It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Giants and the Hawks, next on Madden Football.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway. EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Ready, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Smith going to go to the air first play. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
It's one play at a time, baby.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Smith setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down, so likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of, and the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Jackson to return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They'll try and throw for it here. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he is going to have the Giants' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throwing Jones. Completes this again to Shepard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
It's hauled in by Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Golladay. Touchdown! Kenny Golladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Golladay. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Geno now to throw. This complete to Lockett. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And this will be a Giants first down as good running gets him to about the 44. The Giants are 3-4 on the year coming into play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but they're going to fall here. And now you're looking at going 4 games without a win. Things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Now Jones on first down. And that's complete to Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Let's go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It's Barkley on the counter. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing on third down, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, Jackson. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Off the bootleg, Jones. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started.
Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The This run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. Another try for Barkley. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Hurry, hurry!
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Geno.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Hey, Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Here's Jackson. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. He finds his man complete. That's Hudson.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see They have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans.
3 touchdown passes there for Davis Mills.
Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Justin Fields, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory.
With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first. As they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
He'll get this one to Galladay. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Jones. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 31 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Now Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. We get a peek at Sterling Shepard as the Giants get set for their upcoming series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he finds his man, complete. It's Shepard.
What's up, Observer?
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. throwing on second down. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Let's go now. Happy Lions.
Now Gino on first down. They set up the screen to Penny. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Now it's Smith. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Room here to run. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 48 yards. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And New York set to take the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
23 yards the pickup there. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Barkley, inside handoff. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A huge play there on the screen pass. 68 yards. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Smith flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
On second and 10, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Throwing, Jones. Completes this again to Shepard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. But he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal.
Now Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Eskridge's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to...
There he goes, right side. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. So that last last kickoff just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about in which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for the Giants, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.